In the heart of Abaddon, where the rusty roofs meet the indigo sky, lived Tund, a weaver of words, and Moremi, a dancer whose feet spoke the language of the ancestors. Under the canopy of an ancient cocoa plantation, Tund sat with his leather-bound journal. The air smelled of fermented beans and wet earth. Moremi appeared, not as a person, but as a rhythm. She was practicing the Gongon dance, her body fluid like the Ogun River. Tund's pen stopped. "If the sun were a woman," he whispered, "she would borrow your skin to glow," he said abruptly. Moremi heard him and stopped, breathless. Her eyes met Tund's. In Yoruba culture, a gaze is a bridge. She didn't turn away. "Writer," she called out, her voice a velvet chime. "Do your words have the weight to carry a dancer's soul?" Tund stood up, his heart a drumming chest. "My words are but the beads, your grace is the thread that binds them." She smiled softly as her heart fluttered at his words. Tund moved close to her swiftly with some rhythmic dance steps as he kept his eyes locked on her. He could hear her heart racing and quick breaths taken as she tries to hold herself together. He stopped midway and said, "If I were to write a book about you or the love I feel for you, I wonder if there would be any papers left for others to write again in this world." A rhetorical question with a definite answer, which is no. He then gives a reassuring smile and proceeds to dance towards her in order to charm her more. He is now standing right in front of her, leaned forward gently towards her lips and then to her ears saying, "Let me ignite your feelings," looks sharp and slow while biting his lower lips. "I believe you love my aura, permit me to give you something to remember," wiggles his waist gently away from her to dance more. She muttered beneath her breath, "This man is definitely a flirter and he's good at it. Why is my heart beating so fast? It better be because I was dancing earlier." Tund snapped his fingers, bringing her thoughts back to reality. "I might be a writer with fine words that protrudes from my pure heart into my mouth and then to my fingers, but my waist is still in constant motion to show actions that supports my words. Permit me to show you a new world of which I'm not sure you will like, but I'm certain you will come for more beautiful experiences." As he dances, he keeps glancing at her while she blushes softly. He can now hear her mutter his name under her breath. Walks close to her again, held her hands and looked straight into her eyes. Eyes locked, hearts racing, lips about to get moisturized. Tund snapped out of it and walked away before she could realize it. After 2 days, amongst the chaos of yelling vendors and the scent of locust beans, they met by the stall of an old weaver. Tund handed her a slip of parchment. "You are the eulogy I haven't. You are the eulogy I haven't yet written. The melody the flute player forgot. In the marketplace of my heart. You are the only prize I cannot bargain for." A sudden tropical downpour trapped them beneath the stone arches of Okar. As the rain washed the dust off the city, Tund took her hand. It was the first touch, a spark of electricity that felt like a prayer. They didn't speak, the rain was the only poem they needed. The next day, under a silver moon, they shared palm wine from a single carved calabash. Tund traced the patterns on the wood. "Moremi," he said, "in a world that prizes the fleeting, I want to be the ancient stone beneath your feet." She leaned her head on his shoulder, the scent of lavender and shea butter filling the space between them. One day Tund decided to visit Moremi's house to officially meet her parents. Instead, conflict arose when Moremi's father, a stern man of lineage, questioned Tund's worth. "A poet builds houses of air," he claimed. Moremi stood her ground, her voice steady as a mountain. "Father, he does not just build houses. He builds the peace that lives inside them." For a moon cycle, they were forbidden from seeing one another. Tund sent messages through the Ayan drummers. The talking drum spoke across the hills of Abaddon, a rhythmic code that only Moremi's heart could translate. "Wait for me, as the dry season waits for the first drop of April." Until one day, risking everything, they met at the edge of the Ocean Grove. The atmosphere was thick with the spirits of the woods. Tund quoted, "When eyes meet eyes, things become good." They exchanged rings made of woven grass, a temporary symbol of an eternal vow. Tund did not flee. He went to Moremi's father again, not with gold, but with a song of lineage. He recited the old man's eulogy, a praise poetry, with such depth and reverence that the elders saw the soul of a warrior in the body of a poet. The barrier crumbled. He couldn't withheld his tears as he spoke with a coarse voice. You are indeed a man of prose. Am sorry I misjudged you and couldn't see beyond what was physical. Marini's father accepted the union and blessed them. The finale was a sea of Ossooke. The beat of the batted drum shook the earth. Tund and Moremi stood together, draped in regal indigo. Tund leaned in, whispering his final poem as her husband. My love is a baobab tree deep-rooted and wide. In your eyes, I have found the map to my ancestors. We are no longer two stories, Moremi. We are the ink and the page. A will of love that stands the test of love. Our love can't fade with time, instead it blooms without season. And in every season our love shall never wither. Forever entwined, two hearts that beat as one.